FNATİC, will they be the team to do it thrice? Or will Mousesports string together two Season 10 champions defending their throne? FNATİC looking to overthrow and over on Overpass. I'm Machine, I'm joined by Henry G and Sponge, and it's time to get this party started.
It certainly is, Alex. The grand final starts here on Overpass, the pick of FNATİC, and Mousesports opting for a four-man stack towards the B side of the map here. Karrigan alone towards A, hunting for information, and there are a couple of players crossing over towards our playground position. One smoke, a couple of flashes here, no upgraded pistols on either side, and it means it's going to be quite a basic finish here from FNATİC. Making their way for Connector right now, looks to be an A finish, and no CT presence in this stage of the map so far, so very quiet and tense scenes here as Golden confirms middle is clear.
Very slow start throughout the Pro League. We've been seeing much faster pistols, CTs pushing on in, taking it very, very aggressive, but to kick things off here, just feeling each other out, nobody wanting to make the first move.
At least Rushley's moving, I can see him.
Hey, Green.
He's concentrating, he can't communicate right now. Right now, I don't blame him, because so are FNATİC. Gathering towards toilets, they plan to assault Karrigan's defensive position. He has zero info, and he's going to go from 0 to 100 here. And oh, wow, Golden doesn't get even a chance into the round. Catches a bullet. Karrigan's going to be forced off. His teammates are on the rotate. Cavalry has arrived by the name of Chris J, but he doesn't even get a chance to pull the trigger. Brolin has found his first of this grand final.
It was looking so good there. A lovely shot from Karrigan to open things up, but the overwhelming presence from FNATİC has yielded a bomb plant here. 4 on 4. Karrigan down to 1 HP, and Brolan happy to fight this. Up close and personal with the Glock. Flashbang available as well. Very effective. Karrigan surely going down here, but he hits a wonderful shot, gives him the edge.
Yeah, that's huge. Karrigan winning a duel now with 1 HP. He might even go hunting finally. Crims, make sure Karrigan meets his maker. Kit on frozen, time half gone. They're gonna have to close these gaps, and that's the Kit loose. The bodies are dropping, it's all Crims. A triple kill from him. Rops just doesn't have the time. FNATİC will take the pistol round. An A assault. Crims confirms it with the quad, and the Swedes take the first.
Very slow approach here from FNATİC, making sure they ran their default, hunted out any sort of aggressive plays from Mousesports there, and found nothing at all. It was a B stack from Mousesports there with Karrigan with a solo anchor hold towards A. He actually did a really good job. He manages to get the first kill. He stays alive, but 4 players in towards bathrooms. He wasn't ready for it. 1 flash, 1 smoke down, quick plant. They just couldn't retake.
We will see the force spike come out here from Mouse, but I just want to preface this game before we get stuck on in. 112 days since Mousesports played their last official on Overpass, so expect some gambly, more interesting plays coming out of Karrigan's squad here. They might need to take a risk or 2 in map number 1.
Right, okay, so you've got a best of 5 ahead of you, and you start with a map you're uncomfortable on. That can't bleed into your mentality too much.
Yeah, it's an interesting choice to ban Inferno as well. Means they are led to this position where FNATİC have a firm upper hand. They're not a perfect team on it, as Chad pointed out, though. Had a massive defeat against NIP, but did bounce back.
And that was at the hand of the Krieg. They used that as an excuse. NIP masters of the weapon, and the weapon still as viable in this grand final. Last hurrah for the Krieg.
Yeah, that's a good point. And Brolan, a bit of a specialist on this particular map with the Krieg. You'll see him going in first, working those bathrooms, and if he gets on the CT side, you're in a lot of trouble indeed. Opening kill has been found. FNATİC will take down Voxic. That's going to be the hands of Golden here. 1 minute on the clock, still with smokes. 3 rifles in total, a couple of Galils, good to see that. A lot of teams opting for SMGs these days. I want to see more of the Galil, to be honest with you. And Karrigan, our impact player, looking to find some damage here, does nail the first shot. JW down to 29.
Ooh, that could have been a start for Karrigan. He misses his shots, and Golden just wing clipping him a little bit. How is he ready and willing to take that fight again? Galil v Scout, and Scout wins out. 4v4, another tag from Karrigan. He's contributing to so much. A kill and 2 tags. Can't ask for much more.
Yeah, it should be enough at this point to get a couple of kills. I don't think they win the round with it just by virtue of the smokes available here, but the grenades could do enough.
Another one.
Yeah, so they are very low indeed, but they have no kit here, and now no further utility apart from the flashbang. So I'm not really sure how they get into this. The boost behind APC, nice idea to get a kill towards long. Will it work out for them? It certainly will. Flusher goes down. Okay,
well, that's some kills. Now what's the call? Bomb, 3 quarters left on the timer. Brolin gets his duel on Optimus, and it's unoptimal for Frozen. He's flashbang. Chris J gets the trade into the site. 2v2, no smoke for the defuse and no kit. So victory not imminent for Mouse, but damage as you requested, Hank, has been delivered.
Yeah, and that's absolutely fine. They've gathered a Galil. They've still got the Desert Eagle, a 5-7, which can be dropped by Frozen as well. So they get another go at it in the next round here. It will be a FNATİC victory, but it cost them 3 players.
And that reminds me, just because we saw Inferno yesterday, Rops taught us just how powerful those exit frags essentially can be. He'd crippled their CT economy on Inferno yesterday.
Yeah, there's a lot to be done. Every kill has a knock-on effect and repercussions, and these ones with the 5-7s, it could be enough to win the follow-up round and then break them down completely if they do manage to pick this up. It will be a laboured round, of course, with just one Galil, the 5-7, the Desert Eagle, but as we mentioned in the pregame, Alex, the amount of rounds that have been won was so little, and EPL so far has been absolutely outstanding.
Yeah, take no round for granted, I think, has been the motto for ESL Pro League Season 11. No round for granted. When you're watching it, when you're playing, really cannot assume anything is yours for free.
Well, a slight timeout here and a chance for FNATIC to plan their move. Now, Chad, you know there's a Galil out there. You know there's a couple of Deagles. We've seen a lot of B rushes in EPL so far. That's the one thing we probably don't want to see. But is this just one of those rounds where we're just saying to them, right, default into execution, 5-man approach, or are you throwing caution to the wind and going for a fast pounce here?
Normally what we would see is Flusher go into the round with just a Glock in hand. So the fact that he's invested tells me they're going to do something a little bit more serious than that. That's a full set of nades. I think that the way we saw FNATIC win that nuke game the other day against Mousesports was a masterclass in the second half. They were walking around the map exploiting every single gap. I think they're going to have a similar game plan here on Overpass. Just take their time, you know the rotations. Even the old demos of Overpass, it's still out there. Mousesports can have retooled, they can come up with some new ideas, they can try to counter-strat what you have, but their general approach to the map will still be the same as it was 112 days ago.
It's a good point. And for now, it is a very slow approach from FNATIC, as you'd like to see. Smoke down towards bathrooms, going for the motions here, making sure there's no one close range. Molotov towards the bench position. And in terms of the stack, you can see 4 CT players towards B once again. They started off with this setup in the pistol round. Didn't work out for them, but going for a boost here. That Galil trying to find any picks available to them. Looking towards Connector. Nothing there for now. Do they rotate back towards A? I think they probably will.
We have seen a lot of Overpass games finishing quite heavily on B. Like Overpass T sides, it seems like the leniency has been going in favor of B by a large margin.
It was Astralis that really showed us how powerful a B execution could be, but there's been multiple teams now that's kind of tinkering that execution, making it better and better. It's really difficult to hold off, especially if you use your utility at the start. We're getting to the final few moments of this round. We'll see whether Mousesports got anything to say about this. Maybe not. 1 kill found so far by Rops. It's still a 4 versus 3, and that grenade does a boatload of damage. Carrigan and Chris J drowning at this stage with 1 player remaining. He's got the 5-7, maybe good for 1 kill considering he's behind enemy lines, as it were, but they're going to take him down momentarily. Good job there on a dink, but doesn't find Brolan and doesn't punish the money.
First 3 Krieg kills for Brolan right there. Now, this is something which, as an individual, he could arguably be one of the best players in the world, if not the best, right? I think that's up for discussion. But ever since the new patches come on in, the Krieg, as you know it at home, has been changed. It has been nerfed. We are still currently playing on the old patch, so you will see Brolan at full force here for one final time.
He even took to Twitter. If you're not a Twitter user, you may have missed it. Brolan saying, hey, can I retire at 17?
Oh, double orbs have come out very early here. First gun round, Carrigan's picked one up.
Yeah, I like that. He is a serviceable AWPer. He can get the job done. He'd have to roll back the years a little bit, but back in the TSM days on Mirage, we are seeing a wallband open things up, though. Flusher straight through the wooden boards there. No helmet.
Just walking in.
Towards Frozen. He is stunned at this point. Carrigan's have to try and pull a kill back. He's got the AWP there in mind, but Golden takes care of that. Removed quickly. A 5-on-3 before the round even gets going. A wallband kill forces a bit of a reaction there from Carrigan. He has to level the playing field out, and he's lost that AWP. Still recoverable here for Mousesports, but it's not looking good. Bit of a bonus situation, this Galil out as well, and Flusher is making it work.
Ooh, he had the perfect crosshair placement. Rops claws 1 back. Galil, penetration minimal. Sounds like a lot of us at the moment. Chris J, however, is potentially dancing with JW. Oh, dear.
Yeah, very close here. Tense now. 4 versus 3, and JW's going to catch Chris.
Unless he chair. No, he's going to hold this corner, though.
He has tucked in.
He's paranoid, paranoid about Long, so much so that he just loses his life to a walk-up from J-Dubs. Now he's got the full sight. The team, however, are outside B. This is going to keep the CTs completely focused elsewhere.
This is beautiful. So then they've killed 2 players towards B. A very convincing fake towards A. You've smoked off CD steps. Molotov bank. You've got a player there who's already found a kill towards A, and they're actually bringing the bomb up as well. No one has any idea on the CT side as to what's happening right now. And we still have Golden coming in for the backstab kills over towards B. He'll come through CT spawn and Graffiti eventually, and that's going to be the round. Brolan, lovely shot. We said he's a special to Krieg. It's starting to see it now.
Did Woxic even get a chance to shoot an AWP bullet in that
No,
round?
good point. No one did. Carrigan got his removed too.
They invested a whole lot right there on the Mousesports side of things. I think that with the way this is trending, it is only the first 4 rounds, but it continues to go this way for the next 4 or 5 on top of that. Map 1 could be very, very quick, but after that, I expect us to get right underway. Dust 2 being map number 2, we should see Mousesports back at full force almost instantaneously.
Yeah, after that victory against Astralis yesterday, you'd think they could actually put up a real battle here, but not looking too good on the CD side of Overpass. Their money is in the bin. Even with the maximum loss bonus, all 5 players going down yields them $3,400 per player. You can see Flush at that opening kill. Beautiful scenes here. JW can't believe his luck. The easiest kill he'll probably find all series, as we'll see them close it out with the Krieg there. Like I said, money broken, has to be another partial buy here, but if EPL's anything to go by so far, this will probably be where Mousesports find their first round. There's the Eagles, a scout, a few bits of basic utility, a smoke and an HE grenade, and a faster approach towards B potentially from FNATİC here. 3 players towards the side of the map.
When we saw them go up against Mousesports on Nuke, oh my
Hello.
God, Carrigan with the opening kills and the aggression. He did it at A within the first few, now he's doing it over towards B.
Yeah, and he had such faith in the flashbang that he took his extra time to ensure it was a scout headshot. You saw his initial spot, didn't take a panic shot, instead waited to steady his aim, counting on the flashbang to keep gold and white screened. And now, here we go. Take no round for granted. We said it, we meant it. Now that AK, which was picked up, I'm pretty sure, will probably be passed off to the healthy Frozen with a Kevlar vest, perhaps Robs. Carrigan looking to do some more damage, and he does. Inflicts good damage into Flusher. A 3 versus 4, highly in favor of Mousesports. It didn't start this way, but it very well could end.
Yeah, we said that Deagles were potent. This kill, though, very important. Brolan just about finds it there, and he'll smoke off towards the A side. That means the A side is open, but the bomb is very far away, and there is a player towards Connector. Voxic yet to frag could save the day here. Perfect position to shut this one down. 50 seconds on the clock, but they go towards long. Crimson the bomb here. Voxic will get one. Does he know about Crims, though? Slowing it right down. 3 versus 2. Massive advantage for
He can chill here. He has no reason to leave now. He's got Rops watching his back. He can swing for the plant should they go for it, but they're so far away for even considering it. 30 seconds. Brolan needs another one.
Yeah, right now.
Crims has a smoke, he can plan in that at least, but you're right, Brolan has to search here.
And he is, oh, he knows, he has got a very good idea of where Voxic's hiding and finds his head. Back turn, though, for the trade. It comes in from Rops' Deeg. 2 versus 1, 15 on the clock. Crims will likely get this plant down. Planting Bankside, though, that could be his death sentence, because Frozen, like a little marmot, pops out of his hidey hole and pops his head right off.
Well, there it is. Desert Eagles and a Scout and a Carrigan opening shot there. We said he was an impact player, Chad. He won't get the most kills in the series, but the rounds he's finding for them, that's really instrumental to their success. The opening kill, it really spirals out of control, it gains the map territory, and FNATİC start to shrink.
Yeah, he also did some damage there onto Flusher, which came on in for that frag as he tried to round Fountain. So Carrigan looking hot to trot early, trying to get the troops in line and seeing if he can inspire them with some heroics. That's a big round to win right there.
Yeah, it doesn't quite break the bank of FNATİC at the moment. We're taking a slight technical pause here, but they do save an AK and a Krieg for Robs here. So their defense has been boosted somewhat, especially in the hands of Robs. He's going to do a lot of good work with that. They're 2-star players now with T-sided weapon on the CT side. This is where they could really come online.
They need to. I mean, you were starting to paint quite a bleak picture, Chad, about Overpass and should another 4 rounds go the way of FNATİC. Well, Mousesports with a miraculous eco victory have put the first on the board, but we'll see how the trend continues. Woxic, not a great sign of things to come, but only, of course, a few rounds in. We do need to see him wake on up.
Yeah, these two teams are very similar when you kind of paint the picture. You heard us talking about the impact players before. Carrigan and Christian on one side of things, JW and Golden on the other. And then if you have a look at the individuals who are stars, we've been talking about Frozen and Rops, that combo. They are fantastic throughout. And then on the other side of things, it's Crims and Brolan. Now, Brolan with the Krieg on the T side is quite an aggressive factor. On the CT side, you look at Crims and Brolan, they're locking down key parts of the map on their own. And then you bring in these X factors. We have Flusher. He is a big game player. He turns up when we get into the playoffs, when we get into the finals. Remember Katowice 2018?
I can't forget it.
And then on the other side of things, it's Woxic. We know that he and the AWP have quite an intimate relationship, but whether or not they're always on best terms, that's we wake up and see every single day, right?
Absolutely. We sit in the drive here. It feels like a 1 in 3 games. He just won't turn up, and it will be a real disappointing showing from him. It's very early days here on FNATIC's pick, and he has only had the AWP once. So we'll see how he builds into into this series. He sometimes has quiet maps and then just erupts on the second.
Yeah.
So Dust 2 coming up next. He's considered one of the best Dust 2 players on the planet right now. So still plenty of time for Voxy to show us what he can do.
And he can do it with the AWP as well. There's two stats that have recently hit my eardrums from you, Henry, I believe. But it was when you told me that even in their defeat, their like 16-1 defeat on Dust 2, he managed to have more AWP frags than Astralis.
Over 2 series, and they got 16-1 and 16-3. He had more AWP kills than Device for 14.
That's
so
not
he's
bad.
the only player keeping up in an absolute
And in
pound.
their victory, in their rematch versus Astralis, he actually came in with 27 AWP frags in their overtime first map. So incredible work from Woxic, and I need to see more of that. I want to see more of the Turkish sniper just popping off. We are 5 rounds in, though, and they did just pick up that eco victory. I've received word that we're about 30 seconds out, so no stress. Don't leave or walk too far away from the set. I mean, we're living in the future now. You can just walk around with the game in the palm of your hand wherever you go.
Yeah, it's a beautiful
We're
time to be
mobile.
alive.
We're like in people's bathrooms. Some people
Some people could
poop and
be
listen
in the
to us.
bathroom right now
Probably
watching
are.
this.
Yeah, don't
Yeah.
push. Take your time. No rush.
There's no rush. Yeah.
I wouldn't recommend the phone in the shower. Tried that once, didn't work out for me.
You don't have a waterproof case that makes your phone like 10 times bigger?
Yeah, I haven't got that yet.
I have.
Yeah, is it working out?
It makes me feel like an army man. You know, it's like I've got a whole walkie-talkie. And it does mean we can stop talking about my shower phone situation and instead focus on the Counter-Strike situation.
Well, like we said, T-sided weaponry available in spades here. Frozen, Crims, Rops, rocking the AK-47 and Krieg respectively. That means they're going to be very powerful now on the CT side. Double AWP setup once again, but this time it's Voxic and Chris J, more traditional double AWP setup. This is where they want to be. This is their default. This is their full gun round now. And hopefully we'll start seeing them post a few rounds in a row to show us they can be competitive here on Overpass. So, Voxic, not super aggressive towards short, but looks at that first pick. Players towards connector.
If he wasn't scoped in, he'd have seen the top of JW's head on that jump there.
He's trying to land on the pipe so he can peer just across the sandbags. Now he thinks better of it, but I don't know if JW will be trying to jump up there anymore. As this round progresses, just note the lack of utility on the Mousesports side of things, and that there's only one defuse kit in play here.
Yeah, so that's on Frozen. So keep track of that. We do have them highlighted when they drop on the ground as well to try and find them.
This might happen. I have a feeling JW's going to do it one more time, and that flick of the wrist,
They'll come through.
it could come through.
I think you might be right.
Go on, J-Dubs. No, looks like he's got other missions,
No, he's thinking about
other objectives. Here we go.
Here
Go
we
on,
go.
Woxic. Flick, flick, flick, flick, flick.
Oh, they've got him if they...
Oh, they might if they boost. I feel like there's even more of a shot here. They want to boost him for short?
They haven't
Guys, FNATIC, what are you
necessarily
up
been
to?
working on this a lot, but
Okay.
let's see what they can do with it. Here we go. Crims now.
Okay.
You cancel that.
Yeah. So this is the grand finals, by the way, as we slowly watch. We watched Mousesports
did it yesterday
Yeah, I
on
was
Dust 2
gonna
at
say.
Long Doors. They were trying to gift device kills, and he still couldn't get them. So both teams struggle some with the boost, and that's going to put FNATIC in a situation where they've lost the opening kill, and now the clock is the biggest issue. 20 seconds left.
Yeah, they've wasted a good 30 seconds there. They have to just limp into B and hope for the best. And there's flashbangs available here. We said a lack of utility, but the flash is perfect. And it will be leading them to a kill. Carrigan's got a couple here. A very underwhelming round for FNATIC. They're focusing too much on the boost. Obviously, haven't dry ran that in a while, and it ultimately cost them the round. That was a good 30 seconds they wasted. Lost the pick in the meanwhile, and at that point, had to go in towards B. And he saw a very underwhelming, lackluster walking towards B. With the flashbang set up, you can see how blind Flusher was, and Carrigan is mowing them down. No problem whatsoever, really.
Yeah, he didn't have to do much there in the end, just punishing the mistake with that double kill.
We said Carrigan might not necessarily end the game with the most kills. Well, he currently has the most for his team, 7 to his name. He's also got 2 assists. He's been doing a lot of damage. He's the only player on his team with assists so far. So huge impact from Carrigan within the early stages of this one right here. But FNATIC, as they opt to take a little bit of a pistol upgrade,
Yeah.
they get 2400 next round, so we will see the guns come out. The AWP, probably not.
Probably not required at this point. Like JW, very good at the rifles as well. The AWP's not finding them a ton of opening kills, and it slows them down. We sit there a nimble team, like to be a little bit looser. Maybe that's a place that they'll go for, considering the way the rounds have gone down the last 2. Either way, though, Desert Eagles, a couple of sets of Kevlar, Crims with a helmet. Not going to help out JW. Does land the dink, but helmet Chris J. No helmet for him. Punished for that fact, and the first AWP shot fired off. Does lead to a kill. Roland removed as well as the bomb is dropped in the bathrooms. Looks like we're all done here in round number 7.
Yeah, and Golden, he was elephant footing, so now he's going to have 3 CTs peeking him at once with a flashbang. He tucks in. He may very well win the duel on Rops. Crosshair was just a little off and costs him his life. Flusher No armor, Desert Eagle perhaps. The bomb can be retrieved, but you'd need a couple of heroic kills, and the crosshair's just not quite where it needs to be. Another shot to Rops, but that's his double. And another for Mousesports, clean as well.
Yeah, and they hold on to that T-sided weaponry we talked about. The Krieg and the AK-47, the double orb setup as well. Chris J, M4 right now. Will Carrigan want to hand over the orb once again? Time will tell, but the way he's playing with the scout so far, maybe he wants to show us what he's capable of with the AWP as well. That's going to be 3 rounds in a row for Mousesports. They fended off the Deagle investment from FNATİC, and here comes another gun round. Chad, you mentioned the Flusher is a bit of a master of all weaponry. The cheesiest player I'd probably say in CSGO. He's entered the T side with a UMP instead of the Galil. He's got $750 residual cash, so could have got the rifle for sure, but opted for the SMG.
Yeah, the armor penetration of the UMP does make it viable against that head armor, but still, there's questions to be asked here. Flusher will probably make it work, but can Carrigan make this boost work?
I like it.
Well aware that FNATİC like to take these individual jewels across the map and limp out and taking territory here. JW not taking anything for granted.
The fact that door's been naded off, I think, is alarm bells regardless. Did he spot the little shoe there? Apparently not. Carrigan would have adjusted his crosshair as he waits patiently now. So does JW. Tries a flow of flashes to bait him out, suggests he's towards short, and it might work out here. So close.
He knows he's there. The bullets, the flashes from the muzzle, but JW knows his angles. He knows what he's going to be exposed to. And T-Tors in chat. Rushley.
Poor Rush. He waited for like
tried
30
to get
seconds
so
there.
long. You waited so long. Bless your cotton socks.
Oh, he's going to be tilted now.
Yeah.
That's going to be it for the final, I reckon.
Yeah, we've got a tilted observer.
Get Bastion in.
Get the sub in. Get the sub in. He's mad as hell.
Well, 5-on-3. FNATİC maybe a little bit tilted as well. Their slow approaches here have yielded nothing but opening picks from Mousesports as they make their way towards the A side. 30 seconds remain again. Good flashbang comes out from FNATİC. Starting to come online here, baiting in his rifler, Rops. Remember, Krieg in hand. Such a good position with the AWP on side as well. It's going to take so much aggro away. Carrigan chiming in with his second kill of the round here, looking fantastic. The in-game leader showing us he can still deliver on the big stage here. And we will have a 4-4 scoreline. Mousesports with 4 in a row. Lost bonus racking up, but still not enough there for FNATİC to buy in this round.
In the last 4 rounds that have been thrown up on the board from Mousesports, there's one common theme. They found the opening picks in all of them. Carrigan kicked it off with the scout on that low buy scenario, and then Chris J in, well, would have been round 6 and 7. Was able to find the openings, and then Carrigan yet again in round number 8. So one-way traffic right here in terms of opening jewels, but I would expect FNATİC to potentially change the pace here. They're getting picked off individually. They're not able to trade. So now we might see them group on up and go for more of a set piece when they get those guns back out.
CZ's P250s. An iconic FNATİC setup back in the day. You have to roll back the years slightly, but CZ's and Smokes, they can make this work.
They've had a variety of different weapons in their logo. It was FNATİC CZ for a while, then it was the FNATİC knives. I think the revolver's next.
Yeah, FNATEC with Tech 9 as well.
FNATEC,
that was
yeah.
the original one, right? That was 2015.
Olaf Meister with the Tech 9. That was quite a spectacle.
Which has had a slight adjustment as of late.
Keep your eyes on FaZe Clan.
You never know.
5 Tech 9s barreling up long.
Here they come now. Not missing a single kill. Clean sweep.
It's like a helicopter taking off.
It really is. And for now, FNATİC will have to try and make the smaller pistol work out here, making their way towards A. They can smoke off CT spawn, flash the site, go for a bomb plant. That'll be their first objective. If they're successful in that, let's see what happens.
Okay, so this is a lot of control that's been given to them. Forfeit by Mousesports, and Chris J's on the flank, but Flusher's been given the role of scavenging away this flank, and it does just go 1-for-1. That works for FNATİC. A rifle now, and perhaps a plant. It's on Brawler, and he is going to be punching the digits for a toilet side plant. Golden is cut down to size before he can get too much of an after plant set up, and Rops, he's had enough of this. They get the bomb plant, but that's all they take. 2 kills as well. FNATİC fight back.
Not a bad round for FNATİC there. Entering with just pistols and 1 smoke, they managed to get a bomb down, a couple of kills. Could have been 1 more there as well. They'll leave with nothing, but they do manage to get the extra money coming forward. You can see an extra $800 on top of their maximum loss bonus here as well. So AWP available for JW if he really wants it. As we stated, though, it's not a requirement on the T side. If you want to stick around as a group and be a tight-knit unit, they're better off having the AK-47. That's what he's gone for here. And will they still be up against the double orbs? Yes, they will. Voxic and Carrigan, not Chris J. The
He's
way
feeling
Carrigan's playing
himself.
right now, I don't mind it at all.
Knowing that AWP was over towards B, a B rush could come in here, right? You could get up, barrel up that short
I think you're
position.
right.
We've seen some good set pieces come on in.
Yeah.
You might want to snowball that AWPer because Carrigan, look, he's proficient, but is he able to get it done under pressure?
I feel like a B execution would be the perfect call there. Alex already highlighted it, how powerful they are in today's game, and this is Frozen trying to counteract that, trying to shut down any approach they've got at the start of the round. Now any set piece for 5 players, that's off the menu. They can't do that anymore by virtue of that aggressive play. They've read this so well. Carrigan now holding Monster with the AWP. So whatever execution they had in mind, that's been thwarted. And all 4 players are committed towards B. They found an opening and got themselves back in the round.
Yeah, that's Flush's impact right there.
Yeah.
When he shows up, he finds the frags that truly matter. Equalizer and good damage onto Chris J. There is no follow-up, though. He was on a bit of a lone wolf adventure.
He knows what Flush is up to there. Drops the smoke, and he was in front of it. HE just after, and he managed to take him down, but they're trading blows at this point. 1 minute left, 3 on 3. Having to do it old school. Clawing their way back into the round. FNATİC going for a boost here. Now, the boosts haven't been amazing so far. Will they fumble this one? Nailing the jump now. Silent as you like. Third players rotate as well, so they're going back towards A, I believe. Oh, he
what?
just hits him.
Chris J hit that?
That's a kind of insane.
Oh, God.
That wasn't through the wooden boards.
No,
either,
that was
right?
straight through the
wall.
concrete.
Okay, well, that just happened.
Okay, so Golden's not really sure, and well, JW2 caught by Rops.
This is now 5 rounds in a row, by the way. They were 4-0 down.
Yeah.
Mousesports apparently don't really play that map as much, but they look very comfortable right now. Boxy's got the bomb, 20 seconds remaining. He nails the last player as well. That's Golden going down 6 rounds in a row. Mousesports in 5th gear.
Now, people, sorry, just quickly, people are probably wondering how Frozen got to that position so quickly. We didn't quite catch it, but Chris J actually run boosted Frozen.
I wondered why he had so much momentum.
Run boosted him on the wooden planks within the B bomb site, and he was able to get there behind those flames in sewer much quicker than what FNATİC were thinking was possible, and that's where the opening came from there. So this is openings galore right
So
now for Mousesports.
he ran boosting from the bomb site itself, you said.
I can show you, Henry. I can't show the viewers
yeah,
at home
give me a
right
little
now.
look so
I
I
can
can
show
help.
you. So check this out. Chris J and Frozen. They run boosted. Yeah, good try, Rush. That's
Oh,
look at that.
That is actually kind of
But
sick.
we'll show people later. I
Yeah.
can bring it up in the post game.
Yeah, so they did it from all the way around the bomb site there towards the corner of short. Maybe they need to get there very quickly. Find the first kill through an HE smoke as well. But it will be 6 rounds in a row for Mousesports here. They are looking very good indeed. Look at their money just stacking up as well. Frozen with $13,000, feeling very flush indeed on the pick of FNATİC here. No warp once again on that T side. Yet to see an execution, just because Mousesports throwing in that a bit of aggression in the previous round did slow them right down.
Yeah, it's interesting as well, worth mentioning, Woxic actually dropped an AWP for a Creed.
Hits him.
And he hits the shot as well. Golden leg down. And Flush has lost his health as well. These AWPs are just barreling into FNATİC. They don't get to start the round with health.
Yeah, that's a real difficult scenario to get yourself out of now.
Oh.
Flush and Golden nullified in round number 11. Double AWP setup, very effective. No kills found, but they know how much damage they've done at this stage. Incendiary over, trying to deny any sort of boost there on the other side. And speaking of boost, we'll one toward the flower bed. Voxer takes care of that. Bit of a gardener himself. Dropping the smoke, knows there's another player towards short. Trying to stay alive at this stage and does take a few bullets down to 45, but focuses towards long.
Now, I like this maneuver. He means he does, yes, forgo the site, but will not go down and has a 1-for-1 duel with potentially an advantage.
He's got Robs behind him as well, with the rifle as well. So the flashbang over, looking to reposition, and it's actually worked out quite nicely. Doesn't take any damage there. Back in this strong position with the orb, looking towards bathrooms. 45 seconds here. FNATİC will receive the incendiary. They have to hold up for 7 more seconds. Flashbang towards long, so Robs can challenge, and he's going to go for full long control here. So now they can't be split. They can't be pinned towards the site. It means that Voxer can really focus that AWP towards the site. Flashed off, misses the shot, and they have made access.
Wow, the move from Golden was huge, even as the bomb on his back. With 10 HP, a leg shot would have done, but he jumps, strafes over the tight line. That's the only option Woxic had, given the Molotov that was thrown out by his teammates. It works perfectly. He's gotten the bomb down. He's gotten a frag. He could very well find a second. Golden! This is the impact we were talking about. A double kill. Crims will find the third. And now a 2 versus 2 in the afterplank, closing in from both angles. One from Bank, one from Long. Rops and Chris J respectively. Half gone on the bomb. They have kits. It's the frags they need now. Spotted. Closing him down. Crims playing the clock beautifully. JW in support, and Chris J can't even close the gap. FNATİC finally break the silence.
It was a real brawler around there towards the end. After suffering 2 leg shots at the start, FNATİC continued their assault towards the A bomb site, executing nicely, managing to apply so much pressure towards the AWP. He had to fall back towards the bank, and you said it, the impact kills there from Golden were absolutely everything. Crims and JW working in perfect tandem here. Lovely shot to close things out. They break the spell. There were 6 rounds in the hole there, but finally pulling one back has not broken the bank accounts just yet. Chris J back on the secondary AWP. One more buy left here from Mousesports, maybe another with Frozen's $9,000 here. And they haven't really committed to a set piece as of yet because there's been so much aggression. Voxic presenting it once again. Not as successful as Frozen.
Yeah, that was a very ballsy maneuver, and you feel like a bit of a plum when it doesn't work out.
Sure.
Caught off, very aggressive positioning from Crims. He made sure that he was in a spot to catch any speedy aggression. No run boost this time, didn't have the leg up that Frozen got. Into round 12 we go.
Rops is pushing A long right here, so he's going to get full information that this part of the map is clear as he jiggles and makes sure every single corner is covered. Doesn't want to give anything away, but that information with a man down, it doesn't really do a whole lot for them.
Yeah, they have no idea if they're in connector or bathrooms right now. We do have Chris J still towards the A side of the map, confirming that position's clear. He'll probably rotate towards B now, considering Rops has got all that intel. He'll hold towards playground as a smoke down at B. Very well timed smoke as well. Arrogant with the flashbang towards Monster.
And into the side they go. JW's already drawn blood. Frozen's playing passive. He's hoping the shots from Chris J will draw their aim, and it doesn't work out. Brollan's just got them all. Quick double into the site. And Rops, he's a little late on the flank. He will catch Crims, but that's just the last loose thread. There's 4 members of FNATİC, and they are hungry to find him. Do chase him down towards Monster Tunnels. Flush is the one to find the frag, and with a couple of bullets into the corpse, they confirm the 6th.
Well, trying that aggression again. It was the AK-47 that was successful before towards short. This time, Voxic challenging with that double AWP setup. Doesn't work out. Crims just way ahead of the position he anticipated there, right behind the flames. He gets that first kill, and then at that point, Rops has to go hunting for information. They get the intel, but can't hit the shots. It will be FNATİC with 2 rounds in a row now, but as we mentioned, there was so much cash built up after winning 6 rounds in a row. Mousesports still have enough for a double AWP setup. Karrigan and Voxic trying to work in tandem once again. They're taking their first US Air Force tactical timeout here as we go 6-6, entering round 13. Do or die, really. If Mousesports lose this round, this is where FNATİC can really close the half out with a 9-6 scoreline.
Yeah, I think FNATİC would be pretty happy with 6 as it is, but if they can pile on any more and make this map as quick as possible, that would be the goal right here. We said before, best of 5s, they're a marathon, not a sprint, so if you can make sure that you close these maps out when you do have big advantages, that's going to be very important as the day trickles on. 5 maps of Counter-Strike. We've had it before. I think 7 or 8 hours was the FNATİC versus FaZe one back in Katowice a few years ago.
Someone's waiting for them. Boop, boop. Frozen's lost all of his health.
Right into it, he did indeed. Well, that hurts a lot. Frozen will be given the AWP. Don't see it on it too often, but let's see what he's made of. Needs to be careful those wall bangs. JW to open things up, finds Chris J. That was in towards middle by the fountain. Got another one here potentially, but Voxic, we know he's fast. Brings it back to a 4-4. Lots of time on the clock here. Flashbang towards middle. Bomb currently sits in T-spawn, so no fast moves coming in from FNATİC anytime soon, but they're going to boost behind this smoke, I would say, on the sandbag.
They've been loving this, and they like to kind of leave someone there on top of the sandbags as they continue to maneuver around. He can peek the barrel position. It's very effective, and of course an off angle for a lot of heaven. You can peek over the roofs, not people expecting that one, but forced off by the incendiary. It is extinguished, but now he doesn't have his boost. Flusher into the site, he does come in, and Frozen got the info, but he was flashed before he could pull the trigger. FNATİC are committing, and that low health AWP is still connecting. Nice work from Frozen. Keeping things level, bomb will be planted, but Rops looking to contest, and he's done well to find the first. In the smoke, he knows another lingers. Can't find Flusher just yet. Defensive maneuvers. Nade just chunks both of them as they retreat.
And there are flashes and incendiaries available. That incendiary goes down towards short, cool around done. They'll have no way of fending this one off, and Rops is ready and waiting. There's the incendiary. The defuse should be coming in momentarily, but I like this. What a maneuver.
Did they
They're going
really?
for the boost. This is not going to be anticipated at all. I didn't see this coming. Can they even see the bomb?
Oh my god.
They can! They work it out though. No boost available anymore. He's lost his teammate. Voxic's on the defuse. Flusher needs 2 frags here. Rops defending. He gets it with grenade fire, and he hasn't got time. FNATİC. They wrote history at the site, and it's Flusher to do it this time.
Flusher planted that bomb. Flusher knew.
He knew.
He knew. He was prepping for that post-plant scenario from the second they got into that bomb site.
Yeah, that's a galaxy brain play there. Oh my God. Robs looked like he'd done enough at that point, but the boost, low HP, the only play they can make. I said it, that incendiary goes down towards short. They are done for. It comes through, but they think on their feet. Knowing that the bomb was planted, the boost comes in, the kill was found. It was still a 2-on-1. Flasher had to get one kill there. The diffuser's the only one he could find to win the round. He nails the shot. He goes down, but it was enough. And has led Mousesports to a tragic situation here. No money available. Desert Eagles, a bit of armor. Like we said, a 9-6 half, very possible now after picking that round up. And Carrigan first play the drop here. Mac 10's out, farming that cash, and Crims has found access towards B.
Yeah, you're not going to get far with USPs. Frozen's defending the B side with one, and well, he's met by a Mac 10. And just one clawed back for Mouse. It was Robs' Deagle just catching the lurk, but he's already gone down. So Armored Deagle and 5-7 likely just going to be looking to keep hold of that and perhaps take a rifle away from any hunting FNATIC members. But that round is still echoing into the next. Mousesports shell-shocked.
Yeah, that's the highlight of the half so far. Excellent work from FNATIC. After a spell of 6 rounds for Mousesports, they've now answered back with 4. Voxic and Chris J. Wait patiently with their pistols, looking to upgrade here. In terms of their lost bonus, they're going to get $2,900 per player into the next round. So AWP's available. I don't think we'll go for a double AWP setup. Hasn't really worked out the last few rounds. The aggression towards short hasn't really been working in their favor. It's now 2-1 and leading towards FNATIC. Christian is connector, and KW looking to knife him. We haven't seen one yet. Misses out on the opportunity. You can see the frustration there. Wanted the knife. He's got the bloodthirst. And here's the replay. Flush up, nothing too special here. Just the Mac 10, farming the cash, keeping it simple, throw him in first. If he goes down, it's not a big deal. And he even ran through the flames there towards short.
Style points, I think you get for those those kind of plays.
Yeah,
Maybe
walking on hot coals.
Watching too many Tony Robertson videos where he's telling people you can run over the flames. It's all in your head, Alex.
It's all in your mind,
It's all in your mind. Okay.
Well, final round of this first half. FNATIC on for that 9-6, but the triple AWP setup, I beg your pardon, has come out.
The double AWPs wasn't working, Henry, but the triple AWP might.
Damn, okay, that's not a call I was expecting. I thought they might shy away from the double AWPs. They've actually upped the ante.
Triple down.
The Trop.
The Trop is out. And, well, Voxic's already lost his, so we are bound down to the Dorp. Couple nades towards the barrel position. Looks like a triple, in fact, actually, towards the pillar. That's often an angle adopted by the AWPer. Robs has lost his life in toilets, and, oh, Carrigan's caught out. Just these 1v1s. This is a FNATIC T-side when everything's going right. They just take their jaws all across the map at the same time, and they lose absolutely all of them. They, of course, being Mousesports. 4-1. Chris J's got no health and no hope.
He'll give it his best shot. He'll do what he can here. Pad stats at the very least, but a very convincing finish here for FNATIC at round number 15. Bomb will go down. Chris J will just limp into the bomb site here, hoping to cause a bit of damage, but what a resounding victory that was for FNATIC there. 4-0 up, then lost 6 rounds in a row, and then answered back with a perfect streak themselves. 9-6 at half. FNATIC on their pick, looking very strong indeed, but Mousesports have turned up the play. We will take a break and be back with the second half very, very shortly indeed.
Taking advantage of every second, now I ain't got time to waste. They all tryna sign my name, they want me to sign my name. Counting your blessing while I count that in my winnings. We take 50s and 100s and throw them up to the ceiling. Everything I envision, now everybody gon' witness. Only difference between us is I ain't stop till I finish. Yeah. I feel on top of the world, I feel on top of the world right now. I feel on top of the world, I feel on top of the world right now. I always wanted the world, I wanna conquer the world right now. I feel on top of the world, I feel on top of the world right now. savage, you've been distracted. Your best, my average, there's a reason for that's a fact. So they snapping back, mad at the fact that I don't have a backup plan. I ain't need that. Outworking everybody when I relax, so I ain't tripping about none of y'all feedback. Every day I wonder when I'm gonna peak at, and that's why you count your blessing while I count that in my winnings. We take 50s and 100s and throw them up to the ceiling. Everything I envision, now everybody gon' witness. Only difference between us is I ain't stop till I finish. Yeah. I feel on top of the world, I feel on top of the world right now. I feel on top of the world, I feel on top of the world right now. I always wanted the world, I wanna conquer the world right now. I feel on top of the world, I feel on top of the world right now. I feel on top of the world, I feel on top of the world right now. I feel on top of the world, I feel on top of the world right now. I always wanted the world, I wanna conquer the world right now. I feel on top of the world, I feel on top of the world right now. Shots in the man with the plot and we only go bombs away. Ain't no one protecting my mind as a weapon, that's why I'm a dominate. Taking advantage of every second, now I ain't got time to waste. They all tryna sign my name, they want me to sign my name. Counting a blessing while I count that in my winnings. We take 50s and 100s and throw them up to the ceiling. Everything I envision, now everybody gon' witness. Only difference between us is I ain't stop till I finish. Yeah. I feel on top of the world, I feel on top of the world right now. I feel on top of the world, I feel on top of the world right now. I always wanted the world, I wanna conquer the world right now. I feel on top of the world, I feel on top of the world right now. Embrace your destiny, slay your enemy.
A best-of-5 final, and FNATIC, they chose to pick Overpass. It was supposed to be a punish. Mousesports, however, have displayed a fair share of comfort upon the map to keep the half competitive, and we find ourselves at a 9-6 scoreline.
Yeah, an interesting finish to the first half there with a triple AWP set up on the CT side. You don't see it too often, but it didn't work out. We are going to see Mousesports swim over to the T side now. We'll see whether they can bounce back. 9-6 deficit, going to need this pistol in my opinion. No upgraded pistols, but they do have a lot of utility here. 2 smokes, flashbangs and a Molotov, and a nice headshot towards JW to keep things going. And they'll make their way back towards B. And there's a 4-man stack here from FNATIC. Smoke's going down. Early commitment coming through. Oh, and Frozen's missed Frona.
They're committing without smoke.
There's no heaven smoke. Well, for now, it doesn't matter. It's Crims on Monster who's causing damage, but no headshots connect. It's a bit of a nightmare. Crims, however, he does resolve it in the end. My goodness, second clip, a whole lot better than the first. Mousesports, bit of an oopsie.
If you missed the first half and the early stages of that, you would have heard me saying that Mousesports, this isn't a map that they tend to play. It's a map that they tend to ban. We haven't seen them play it in 2020 at all. It's a map that they last played in December of last year at Epicenter.
Yeah, that was very clumsy.
Yeah.
Well, how many days was it since they last played Overpass?
112 officially.
112 official.
So look, with that, ladies and gentlemen, we're expecting them not to look at home here. They've taken a risk in this veto. They removed Inferno, which is FNATIC's best map, which Overpass was always going to be leaning in the FNATIC camp.
If I'd have missed that smoke, though, I'd be calling for the cancel. I swear. Like, if you missed a vital part of the strategy, like that upper smoke, you're going to be in a lot of trouble, and they might continue to be here as 2 kills are found by that MP9. That will be Brolan and JW applying the pressure once again. 4 SMGs, 1 rifle, working out very well against this force by yet to take really any significant damage. It's now a 5-on-2. The round pretty much over already.
Yeah, nothing Robson Chris J can do about it, really. Not die to an MP9 would be a nice start.
Talk about that bonus situation they're going to have. There's a full eco coming up next to Mousesports there. And they'll probably keep the MP9s up. They don't suffer any casualties. They'll have 4 of them, now 3. See if another kill comes from this Desert Eagle.
Brolan wants his 3rd. He's probably going to get it. Attention drawn elsewhere in the swing. Very effective. Flusher's job finished off by Brolan and FNATIC. Almost a clean and perfect round. Running at them with their MP9s, just ripping those deagles and armor away before they can find too many long-range fights.
Exactly. Getting stuck in, pushing towards middle, playground, finding the opening 2 kills there, farming a lot of money, and leaving them with a position to do so even further. Now they're up against Glocks and not much else. These MP9s can really do a lot of damage. You'll probably see a very similar approach. Get stuck in towards connector, try and find early frags. It's not a big deal if a couple of players go down. They've got a lot of money into the next round. And we'll probably want to get rid of a couple of those MP9s if possible. We'll see aggression from Brolan here. Like I said, just wants to get stuck in.
And nade looks promising. Just waited out by
the
Mousesports, but
follow-up.
there was a second where that came from, and Crim's bullets are following the nade's trajectory.
Oh.
Good work from Mouse. Karrigan and Rops both finding a frag each, which does, as we said, not necessarily have huge follow-on effects for FNATİC, but does give them a fighting chance to do more. The M4 for Karrigan, that's quite the prize to pull out of an eco victory.
Oh, I'm surprised JW's dropped back here. He can cover off that connector push to make sure they can't go back down if he was to stay in that more postured forward position. So by dropping back here, there is a window. They're lucky that they're just going to head over towards A long in this scenario.
Yeah, well, flush up. Trying to keep his eye on towards that middle position, but there is a chance of a plant here. Maybe a bit more. 3 versus 2. MP9s are out. M4 available, but such low HP on these two remaining players from Mousesports. They'll walk up towards long. They have a smoke for CT spawn. They have one for bank, but it'll be very telegraphed. It might just be better off for a contact play here. Either way, if Golden spots him, even if he swings, he's got both.
No, he didn't see anything.
He didn't. So if Karrigan was to hit the perfect headshot here, okay, not what he got, not what they get. Now Golden, he knows one of them's low. He can see these little bursty pre-fires. He's just trying to catch them off. Through the smoke, he throws bullets, and it's Karrigan caught. Nothing the low HP on Rops can do. Golden will find both. Locks down the long, recovers the M4. Pretty damn good day in the office, if you ask me.
So those 2 MP9s now. That does pose a massive question here in round number 19. Do they go for something super aggressive, a short push, try and get stuck in towards connector? This is a bit of a bonus situation. I've seen one of the MP9s thrown over towards Crims. Now, that does enable them to go for some short control. They could push towards that position and try and throw a curveball in, try and assert their dominance early on in the game, or play a very passive and crossfire mentality. We'll see what comes forward.
They haven't paired the MP9s together. Brolan and Crims are split up here, so I'm going to be interested to how they use them respectively. But to note, Woxic doesn't have the AWP. He opted for the Krieg buy.
Good point. Is that aggressive towards short? Ambitious from Crims. Have a little peek, sure, but he really committed to that. Voxic would take him out, and now trying to pull a kill back. Can a good kill.
Oh, that's a nasty way to go. Brolan was just so procedural with his clears. His jiggle revealed just enough of Chris J. So a 4v4, Karrigan does manage to get under the crosshair of Flusher, so this is going to make things very difficult. Surprise, surprise! JW knife out. Now sent to the grave. Golden straight through the wall, actually claws one back. They go for the boost. We see FNATİC get away with this a lot. And Karrigan's no longer on barrels, but he's still exposed, and Flusher's caught him. Get across, they have to overcome the sandbag's position. They play this so well, and now from heaven, he's back up heaven, and he's found a double.
He was everywhere then. I want to point out here, Brolan's pushing is probably what triggered them to go towards that site, right? Because Brolan is normally very aggressive towards A, so when you see his name fill the kill feed, you're like, oh, it's a standard. Brolan's aggressive on his own. We can potentially isolate these B rotators or these B defenders. Karrigan did a fantastic job to find that opening, but I just love how Flusher played around this situation. He played off his teammates. Picture perfect.
Started off in the water, ended up towards heaven, closes things out as well, and that all started with 2 MP9s, bear in mind. They lost the first kill, re-aggressed towards connector, managed to pick up an AK-47, close the round out, and maybe even a map here. They're going to have to enter round number 20 with just Desert Eagles and a scout. Karrigan has been hitting some wonderful shots with the weapon, but I'm not sure they're going to break through here. Good timing. Passes him on the reload, and that will find the first kill.
Yeah, this was looking good, and Tag perhaps can still shape up for Mousesports. It's on to Crims. He's the one to stop this bomb plant, and he's in a pretty damn good position to do it. A 1 dig from Frozen, maybe Rops' M4 does connect. At a very heavy loss of life, he's down to just 2. No boost for JW on these sandbags, but he can still continue to be an element of surprise. And oh, Rops is so low, but the duck is just enough. More damage this time into Karrigan, converted. Numbers favoring FNATİC, extended by Flusher, just Frozen, a Deagle and Kevlar.
Good luck, my friend. They know you're coming from short as well by the looks of things. He nails the first shot, a chance of the second as well. Oh, there it is. Can he do it? The defuser's coming in. If he gets this kill, there's a chance now. The bomb ticking away at some pace. And he assumes it's being defused there. The defuse will actually come through in the end. Very close, good effort. Deagle Armor brought it right down to the wire, but FNATİC still win the round.
Flusher has balls of steel. He throws the smoke on the bomb, fakes it, and then just stands there as it's getting so dangerously close as his teammates are dying around him, but he knows the duel's coming. Frozen can't afford not to check it.
He had to spam it. He
Yeah.
had to take the risk and go for it, and that's when Flusher knew he'd won the round. Great stuff from Flusher once again. The Watchman from the tower here just spraying them down from multiple positions once again, just making it look easy. And that will be 14-6 now. That was the partial buy for Mousesports, running out of time here as they have the AK-47s, the sniper for Voxic, and he's entering towards Connector right now.
There's any fight left in Mousesports in map number 1. We need to see it here. This one is looking like it could be done and dusted with a 16-6 scoreline if this one falls in favor of FNATİC. They're looking comfortable. It's good to see all the individuals online right now.
Yeah,
Things are as we expect.
They're yet to give up a round in the second half. That's going to be 5-0. The only round that's given up is that spell of 6 that Mousesports found in the first half. Since then, nothing but FNATİC. Slow and patient from Mousesports so far, waiting for the aggression from the CT side. They've presented some, but running themselves in towards short. Happy to hold control with the pipe position. That's going to be JW.
So FNATİC, they hear those flashes on long. They will be aware that that's a gap that needs to be filled, and you can see Brolin and Flusher both responding. Brolin's going to be the one on contact, though, flashed in by his teammates, and he does have an opportunity to eliminate the threat. Woxic's gone, has info on Frozen, knows retreat's not an option because his teammate's holding the line, and Flusher and Brolin get the job done.
Carrigan down at 2 HP in that interaction as well. It's a 4 versus 2, I would say. Robs gets a taste as well. Crims inflicts massive damage. Looking for round 15 here. They might have done enough. Smoke's available, flashes as well. They throw one over towards middle. Flashes spots 2, doesn't want to challenge again. Oh, the flash is beautiful. Look at this. Beautiful work. Bombs down, round's over. Chris J with 10 seconds, and down he goes. FNATİC just dominating the second half.
Yeah, I mean, this was the pick your poison result for anyone that's joined in halfway through this map and is like, okay, Mousesports didn't show up today. Have no fear, have some faith. This is a best of 5, and there was going to be a gap in Mousesports map pool one way or the other. Inferno, FNATİC's strength, or Mousesports' weakness of overpass. Chad's been highlighting it all game long, but that's your final reminder.
I just smirked there because I saw Frozen and Rops before we cut to that replay buy into the Kriegs. We know that Mousesports has been limiting the amount they purchase it, but when the chips are down, when it gets to overtime, when the game, it needs a change-up, they bring them out.
And the scout working out again for Carrigan. He has found plenty of kills.
That was his nade as well.
Yeah.
He did the full dunk, the HE into the scout peak dunk onto the AWP, and now Chris J into the side, and he's found 2. That's the Chris J round we talked about in the pre-match. There's always 1 or 2 every single map, and this time he's just made the B site his.
Well, it opened things up. That was the scout, and now upgraded to an AK-47. Boxing with the AWP as well. 5 versus 2 there. Do well to lose this one. Ball makes his way into an open B site as Crims and Brolan with no option but to save their weapons at this point. Try and pick out some players with them. Frozen still towards middle, and Frozen having a rough game, 8-15. They're not going to win this map, but him starting to line here, a couple of key frags could be beneficial. He doesn't land it. Crims absolutely destroys him with the M4.
Quick reactions from Crims, and he's going to be happy to take the upgrade. Frozen delivers one.
Yep. Express
delivery straight to FNATIC's doorstep.
So now you got Brolan for Krieg, Crims with one as well. This is not looking good.
Yeah, with this round's buffer, I suppose, FNATIC have to work with here, you will just see them take the safer option, the safer route. There's no rush, right? We were talking about this yesterday as well. When you are up in this kind of a scoreline, you can bide your time. And that was massive gambles being taken by Mouse, right? Chris literally just walked into the B-bomb side without any tells. We heard from him early within the interviews for Mousesports, talking about the attitude of not really caring in terms of about his decision-making, going with his gut, you know, not worrying about the protocols. Well, that's why he is probably one of our players who we've highlighted as an impact player and why he can pull off moves like that. The same can be said for JW, right? They throw that rule book or at least the fundamental counter-strike out the window and go with the gut feeling.
They
can I find this
exploit
gap?
others' expectations.
Yeah, exactly. That's a fantastic way of labeling it right there.
Well, is this the final round? The 2 Kriegs on the CT side of JW Orb certainly suggest it could be. Frozen bravely makes his way through the flames here, trying to avoid the flashbangs as well. It's not going to slow him down at all. Can he get his first kill? Certainly can. Starting to look better here. First 2 kills for Mousesports, with JW will reply with 1 orb shot.
It's like Carrigan just said, go fight.
Yeah.
And he does. Early frags found, now with this advantage. This is familiar territory from the round prior. Can they convert in the same way? That's a risky fight to be taken, and JW's AWP, it does connect, but through the concrete gives Frozen a second lease of life. He lives on, may very well be given that AWP, okay. Bogdan's Law strong in 2020. 4 versus 3, JW's holding the tight line. Is Frozen going to be anticipating something this? I mean, this is an AWP duel, right? This is something he's not going to be particularly familiar with taking. If he does strafe into it, looks like he's clearing it.
He's ready. The shot though, JW doesn't miss many, and that brings it back to a 3-on-2 in favor of FNATİC. Rox will go down as well. Voxic looking to keep the dream alive here, but it's looking very unlikely as he'll hold towards long. 3 versus 1. FNATİC have done it.
Nice shot. Does eliminate the JW. That was a duel AWP versus AK at range in a wide open long. Bomb retrieved from Voxic, and now a 1 versus 3 to keep Mousesports' chances of an overpass victory.
Does he go towards B? Does he knife out and hope for the best here?
It looks like he's moving in that way, in that angle, but as he sweeps toilets, perhaps he's got other plans. 19 seconds, and he's walking straight towards the domain of both CTs. They're playing retake B, hedging their bets.
Gives him his position now. Has to go for the plant, which he'll probably get down, but they're going to swarm him as soon as he does.
Okay.
I like that.
They don't even know he
What?
repositioned.
They didn't even know. Golden's completely caught off guard. Voxic on for the 1v3. There's one more man to find. It's Crims. Already a double, looking for his triple. And Voxic, he just evaporated off of that bomb plant. Smooth move. And Crims. He'll check this corner. It will just come down to the duel. He doesn't even check. Voxic's done it. Quad kill in the round.
Oh,
a 1
God.
versus 3. Up against FNATİC in the best of 5.
Well, there we go. He keeps them alive there. It looked like it was done. The 1 versus 3, 30 seconds remaining. He somehow gets the plant through, gets this great shot towards long, and then he repositions. They had no idea. It was Golden that goes down first, leaving Crims in this impossible 1v1 situation. He waited for the aggression towards CT spawn. It never came through, and Mousesports keep their head above water for now. The revolver's out. The first round, we're going to see it. The R8.
Check your clocks.
Will this be where it ends?
If he wins it with this after giving away that 1v3 to Voxic right there, we know it was all planned.
So he could get 1 revolver round. And, well, not today. In fact, JW going down early is a different trend to be discussed at a later date. That's big from Golden. Here comes the impact. Double kill with just the deagle, and suddenly a round that FNATİC had no voice in. They can start to be heard across overpass. He's surely not getting another one. This is ridiculous. Golden with just body shots. He wails on Rops.
How's he alive? Frolan gets away with that. It could all end here with a revolver and Desert Eagles. It's Golden with 3.
3. The flashbang was perfect. He did it all himself.
And now they walk in towards B. Flush up.
The flank.
Hot on their heels. This is surely it now. 4-on-2. Vox still alive. They've got utility in the bomb. He's going to spot at least one of them.
Oh, he can't hit it. Panics. Backs are turned. It's a scary shot. And Voxic into the site. Maybe Mouse can get themselves out of this chaotic nightmare, but Flush has got other plans. Nice jiggle. Finishes off, just chipping away every time Frozen exposes himself. And whoa, I'm feeling exposed after that one. Dirty from Frozen.
And now he's got the bomb and smoked him off. Another chance at the clutch here. The bomb will be planted. Advantage Frozen. Flusher with the Desert Eagle needs to land 1 shot here. Molotov available towards shore. Repositions now. Did Flush spot him? I don't think so.
Smoke's promising.
Oh, the gap is
The
done.
gap. Frozen's won the clutch. Taking it in turns. Voxic and Frozen both deliver to keep Mousesports in the game, but my goodness, is it close.
Back-to-back 1v3s just to keep their head above water, that's one thing. But you have to consider if this does start to spiral back and FNATİC get pushed, right? There are only 6 more rounds in this for Mousesports to tie it up.
Yeah.
There have been a couple of chances for FNATİC to close it that they've dropped.
You're just frustrating them at this point, right? You're
Yeah.
just getting under their skin. They want to close this one out. They want to win it. They're now having to buy in with low economy with an MP9. Sure, there's an AWP there still, but every round Mousesports get is frustrating like that in a 1 versus 3. Their chances are actually starting to increase in this best of 5.
And not only that, their individuals are getting more match time. So they're getting more warmed in. You saw some whiffs from Frozen, but then he got to course correct with a confidence boosting 1-on-3.
Yeah, the 1-on-3 is worth its weight in gold. Absolutely. He had a really rough map up until that moment. Now his confidence is going to be flowing. They get a couple more rounds here, get to double digits. They're going to start feeling like, okay, we don't even play this map.
And
it's fine.
It stops Fnatic feeling like they just, picked up a hot win. The momentum's really running.
Well, I think that's already happened here. There's 3 rounds in a row, especially with the clutches coming through. 3 kills with the Desert Eagle from gold. It still wasn't enough. Can they close it here? Like I said, a hamstrung investment with the MP9 in the hands of Crims here. They have 1 kit available, and now only a couple of smokes. Towards barrels.
I'm just running through this T side from Mouse and how many hero plays have got them here. It was Chris J who single-handedly just walked B contact.
That's right.
Then we had a 1v3 from Voxic. Then we had a 1v3 from Frozen. If they get even close to 15 here, Fnatic are going to feel really hard done by. They're going to be certainly having to reset, even though the victory could very well go their way. And it should. I will reiterate, this should be Fnatic's, and caught out. JW wasn't ready for that, and now into the site. 3 quick kills. Voxic's flash enables it all to go down.
Well, a few more twists and turns yet, ladies and gentlemen. It looks like Mousesports are here to put up a fight.
Wow.
We have got 1 player remaining, that's Brolan, and their money's going to be ruined after this. They're going to get $2,900, double digits found. Mousesports really coming online towards that B side of the map.
I was already prepping my post-game segment. I was getting all my clips ready. I was getting the round timeline up. I was working out what I was going to say, and now that's all been thrown into question here. It still feels like it's a matter of time for Fnatic to close, but if they keep getting put in these situations where they have the huge number advantage, they do all the damage early, and they're not able to close that door.
Could you do some maths together with me, both of you?
All right.
With, let's say, Mousesports continue this spree, how many buy rounds did Fnatic get until it's overtime?
So next round, as Henry said, they're going to get 2,900. They're going to take a save, right?
Yeah.
Unless they want to force by behind this Poland
They will do a
rifle.
partial, they'll do Deagle armor with this right now, with the maximum spread is next.
Then they get 3,400
So how
every
many
single round from here on
so
out.
they will probably keep just going, throwing, like, 1 round half, 1 round full.
Yeah, so if they keep saving,
you
saving
get about
rifles,
2 more rifles, 3 more rifle rounds.
if they keep saving rifles, if they save 2 to 3 rifles, then they can probably drop across and continue to buy in that fashion.
Yeah,
That's up
right
to
now.
Mousesports to hunt. And Mousesports at this point of the game, they probably should just be hunting in a lot of these situations to make the rounds easier for themselves going forward.
A
Cat and mouse
M4.
game, you could say.
Yeah, and I will remind you now, coming into this one, that good grief, every round in Counter-Strike can be won, and this one is no different. We saw how close they got with just the Deagles. Now the hero M4 has already drawn blood.
Lovely boost down in the connector, catches off Carrigan. Been a lot of boosts this game, a lot of failed boosts as well. 15-10. Mousesports with 4 in a row, looking for 5 here. Chris J trying to bust up his B side successfully. Makes the first incision, and Frozen catches the second as well. That first pick nullified now. B side is there, smoke towards heaven, removes the vision of the scout.